Aloha, y'all. Welcome back to the Socially Awkward Chef. The holidays are right on our heels, so I thought, why not bring out a classic American side dish for the holidays, green bean casserole. So let me get started with the rundown of ingredients. Here I have 2 pounds of frozen green beans that are just thawed. I have 1 8-ounce package of Crimini mushrooms that I sliced. Go ahead and use your favorite. Also, half of an onion chopped. We're also going to be using 2 cans of cream of mushroom soup, as well as the star of the show, the fried onions. I'm going to start by sauteing up my onions and mushrooms in some butter. You can also use some neutral oil. We're going to cook that on medium to medium high heat for about 5 to 6 minutes until our mushrooms are nice and cooked and our onions are translucent. So I will see you in just a few. Our mushrooms and onions are nice and cooked, so I'm going to just go ahead and add it into our big old bowl here. To this, I'm going to add in 2 cans of the cream of mushroom soup. These are 10.5-ounce containers. Now, if you don't need to make as big of a batch as this, you can definitely cut this in half. So that would look like 1 pound of green beans, 1 can of the cream of mushroom soup, and probably just a half of a container of the fried onions. Next, we're going to add in about a half of a teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper, as well as about 1/4 of a teaspoon of garlic powder. Give this a stir. Go ahead and add in about 2/3 of a cup of the fried onions. And then our green beans. I'm going to coat these guys really well. While we're mixing this up, go ahead and preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And make sure that your rack is on the middle shelf. This is nice and combined, so I'm going to go ahead and put it straight into my casserole dish. I'm using a 13 by 9. So let's just pour this in. And we're just going to spread it evenly. We want to make this go edge to edge and flatten it out along the way. This is going to bake for 30 minutes just as it is, and then we're going to remove it from the oven and top it with more of our fried onions. So see you in about 30. It's been a half an hour, so I went ahead and pulled this out of the oven, and we are going to top it with fried onions. And we're just going to make sure that we have all of our corners covered. And this should probably take up the remainder of your container of French fried onions. Fried onions, my goodness. We ended up using up the rest of the fried onions. So from here, we're just going to pop this back into the oven for 5 to 10 minutes or until the top gets nice and golden brown. Our green bean casserole is fresh out of the oven, so I'm going to let it cool for just a few minutes before I dig in. In the meantime, if you enjoyed this video, please give a like, share, and subscribe. I really do appreciate also all of your comments. Please leave a comment. I would love to hear from you. This dish can also be made a day in advance. You would do everything the same with the exception of topping. You don't want to top the casserole until the day that you're going to be using it. Thanks so much for watching, y'all. Until we eat again, aloha and happy holidays.